Hello guys, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Miss Adino. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking. And yeah, so today we are going to be doing the cons of being in Germany, or things you need to know before moving to Germany. You all know that we did a video already of the things that you needed to know about coming to Germany and the reason as to why I decided to settle in Germany. I actually redid the video because the first video was not loud enough. I had issues with both of my phones, and so I had to wait until I get a new phone to shoot this video. So we are back, and we are back with a bang. So guys, without wasting much of your time, I would like to move to point number 1 to the last. I don't know how many it's gonna be, but I'm going to try as much to cover everything negative about this place. So moving to point number 1, language barrier. If you're coming to Germany, please try and have the basic knowledge of German, because if you come here and you can't understand German at all, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to survive. Yes, there is people who are going to be speaking English here and there, but you're never sure whether you're going to meet someone. And again, not also all Africans speak English. There are some who speak Portuguese and French, sorry. They speak French and Portuguese. And so you might end up not understanding each other. So please, please, please always have a basic knowledge. At least go through the apps, language apps, to see how easy you can communicate. Maybe how to get somewhere, if you get lost, how to express yourself, the names of things, even if it's connecting 1 and 2, as long as you can try a little bit. You understand? Point number 2 is high taxation. In Germany, there is high tax rate. Even you being a Christian, you have to pay for tax. As soon as you declare you're a Christian, you pay tax. And the taxes are always so much. I think they take 40% of your salary and 60% is for you to save. So always know that when you come here, paying tax is not a joke. And nobody can exempt paying the tax. It is a very serious crime. So you have to pay your tax. Point number 3 is loneliness. When you're coming to Germany, just know that in Germany, it's all about working. Everybody is always busy working. And so when you get the free time, you want to spend it with the people that you love most. And so usually, even if you have friends and you call them that you want to meet up, sometimes they'll tell you, oh no, I have this to do, I have this to do. If not an appointment, it's meeting with the families and blase. Point number 4 is the weather. The weather in Germany is very crazy. So in winter, it gets so cold. You really have to invest yourself in a very good jacket, because Germany is among the coldest countries in Europe. In summer, it's always raining. In summer, I can only count a whole month, maybe 30 days of dryness, but the rest of the summer is always raining here and there. You understand? Coming from where I come from, in other cities, probably there is sunshine. I have never lived there, so I do not have an experience. I only go and visit different states, but I've never really gotten to live there. The only city that I have lived in is Hamburg. In summer, there's longer hours of daylight. In winter, there's longer hours of darkness. Point number 5, food. I miss Kenyan food. Trust me when I say that, and I cannot wait to go to Kenya, and especially now that my appetite has grown. Since I gave birth, I am eating so much, and I cannot wait to go back home and enjoy the mautamu za Kenya. I cannot wait, because the food in Kenya is really bio. Here in Germany, we have bio and we have the GMO. And guess what? The bio is a little bit more priced than the GMO foods. So guess what? We survive on the GMO foods mostly. Yes, 1 or 2 kind of foods you can always buy bio, but the rest You will always buy GMO because you cannot afford to buy everything in bio. When I was pregnant, I did that, but it really took a lot of my money because in a month, can you imagine eating bio? So yeah, in food, if you come here as an African, you are definitely going to miss the food. But I also hear Americans complaining that the food here is tasting different from the ones in America. So learn how to sort yourself. If you're capable, buy the bio. If you're not capable, go to the GMO. Welcome to our side. So another point is housing. Housing is very expensive in Germany. Housing is very expensive in Germany. A normal house in the ghetto will cost you like 60k Kenya shillings, 70k Kenya shillings. Hiyo nimeheshimiwa, nimeheshimiwa, because I'm living in a very posh, luxurious place. But here in Germany, that's the price for a ghetto. If you're looking for a cheaper house, trust me not, it's very difficult to find. And also, in this house, when you find a house, it comes empty. Nothing at all. Sometimes you end up paying the paint by yourself. You end up fixing the floor by yourself because it doesn't come with a floor. It doesn't come with a kitchen. You know? So all these things you have to fix. So finding a house in itself is not easy. And once you find the house, fixing it is also expensive. So, yani mimi nikimove Kenya. Kama ni Kenya nimemove kwa nyumba. Na hiyo pesa yote. Si nimeishi Nyali. Hata Nyali siku hizi sio posh. Kileleshwa pia siku hizi naona kuna ma-apartments zimetokea. But still not ghetto. But here, it's for the ghetto. The price is for the ghetto. Another point is bureaucracy. Bureaucracy is very, very tedious. It's a nightmare. Everything is done systematically, and it's in form of paper. It's not online like the eCitizen. If I want to apply for a passport, I go online, apply and stuff. No. Here you have to go to the offices, you have to fill some forms, you have to send them, and then they have to give you an appointment date. You have to, everything is like mambo za kitambo, you know, back in the days when everything was paperwork, letter sending and all that. It's not like in my country whereby everything is systemized. You go to the system and you do everything. Here is systemized, but yes, for you have to do paperwork also. So I feel like it's a good thing, but again, it's tedious, especially if you're coming from work and you find a lot of letters and you have to respond to them, write an email, and then send them by post. You know, it's kind of a lot to do. But I guess we have to adjust, you know. Mtaka anaitaka kuoga lazima anaitaka kuoga sijui maji lazima ya sijui nini ama shati uyavulie, sijui mnasemaje Swahili. Siku hata na Kiswahili na Kizungu zinanipotea juu ya kusoma hii lugha. Hii lugha ni ngumu, but anyway, we have to learn it by fire by force. Another point is that it's very hard to make friends in Germany. As much as you will meet them on the streets and ask them a question and they'll be willing to respond to you, it's very difficult to get close to them because usually themselves, they believe in friendships from childhood or from schools or from the universities. And if you're lucky enough, you might meet some at the playground if you have children. And then when your children are playing, you start talking. And then when you always meet, then you develop that friendship. But if you're not a parent and you're not going to school and all these things, it's really difficult to make friends. So when you come here, you have to know that you have to survive on your own. But you need to have people around you that you can always run to if you need any help. But otherwise, just know that it's not easy to make friends. And even if you find friends who you are going to with whom you can relate to here, sometimes they will always turn against you. So most people in Europe, they learn to stick on their own lanes and they don't want to interfere with anybody because you're always scared. You always don't know who is on the watch and who is planning what against you. So yeah, the best thing is to see someone, say hello, so that you know each other as neighbors or as people that you're always meeting here and there, but do not talk so much. Do not spill the beans about your life or, you know, so much of yourself to these people because you never know who is on the watch. Another point is there's no ACs. So in summer, when it gets very hot, you have to buy a fan by yourself. It's not like in Mombasa whereby houses come with fans mostly. And if they don't come with fans, it's the same thing you have to buy. So it's the same thing here also. But I know in Kenya, at least most houses, they come with the fans, you know. If you find a very nice house, it comes with the fan. If you find Uswahilini, then there are no fans. You have to buy your own. So here is the same thing. You have to buy your own fan. I have never seen an AC, but I have seen those small ones, mini ones that you put on the wall and then they filter the air. I don't know if it's to be called an AC or if it's to be called a fan or something, you know. But yeah, another thing is cash is king. In Germany, most shops, they usually prefer cash than paying with a credit card or debit card. So you always have to at least have cash with you when you're going outside, because you never know. Again, another point is internet is a hassle in Germany. If you come here, you have to go to a company to request for the internet. And then when you request for the internet, you have to fill out some forms, signed and everything. And then they come to your house, they check whether they will check whether the connection of the internet from the company is available in your area or not, and then they will send you the router. And then after you fix the router, now the internet becomes so slow, it's not always working. Most times it's not working, it takes a while. Like, there's always internet issues, if you know what I mean. Ni kama tu Kenya venye network hupotea. So it's the same thing here, always and always. There's no much good connection. Another point is that when you come to Germany and you go to the movies, you will be very, very shocked, because in the movie theaters, or movie cinema, at the movies, the movies are always played in Germany. So even if it's an American or an English movie, it is done in Germany. So that is why if you come here, you really don't have to go to the cinemas before you can understand, or rather you can just watch the video, and just from the pictures and the video showing, you can get an idea of what is going on in the movies. Otherwise, if you're going to be listening to what they're saying, then you won't really understand. Another point is that the customer service is very, very bad in Germany. And they don't care, they don't give a hoot. It's like their culture. I mean, even the Germans themselves, they complain. In Germany, if you go somewhere and you have a problem, if you don't speak German, then nobody cares about you. Sometimes you'll call and you tell them, can I have somebody speaking English? Sorry, my son is sleeping and I really have to hold him so he doesn't fall down. He's sitting somewhere, but I have to finish this video. 2 points remaining. But he's safe with me. So what was I saying? So if you can't speak German and you try and call and ask them if there's somebody who can speak German, they usually tell you no, and they drop on you because they don't have any time to waste with you. And I find it's really, really rude, because these people working in this customer service or stuff, they at least have to have the knowledge of English, but they don't care. So it's up to you. Anyway, but I have had the best experiences also most times, whereby I meet someone, even though I speak a little bit German, but yeah, they're always nice and stuff. But if you learn the language, to be honest, if you learn the language and can speak very good German, then definitely you're going to meet a lot of people who are nicer than when you go with the English, you know. Another point is that there's weird working hours for the hospitals, for the house doctors, and for the banks. Usually at lunchtime they do close, and then you have to go back at a certain time. And then here in Germany also, the government offices, usually on Monday they open till midday, and then on Wednesday they open again also till midday, and on Wednesday they close. So they only do the people working there, the only ones that are inside the offices working, but nobody is allowed. And then on Fridays they also do half day. So they really have weird working hours, unlike in my country where I come from. Another point is that finding a house doctor can be a pain in the ass, because if you come here, you need to find your own house doctor, your own gynecologist, any skin doctor. So all these, and finding them is not easy. You will call about 10 hospitals or doctors before you get your own private family doctor. It's very, very, very difficult. If you give birth, you have to find a doctor for your child, for the normal checkup, and then for the for the normal checkup, for the skin, for the eyes, for the teeth, you know, dentists. You have to find all these doctors, so for you and for your family, so that at least you have always somewhere to go, because not all hospitals take anybody that is new into their system. So it's very difficult to find one. You might call a little bit more doctors before you get one. So yeah, I feel like I have covered most part. I think that was almost like 10-11 points, and we have come to the end of the video. Please share this video with your friends. If you're new here, also this is the right video for you, right platform to follow, because I'm going to be keeping you posted about what goes on in Germany, and so you are aware of what is going on. And if you have any more points to add, please do not hesitate to comment or to write me in the comment section. Let's interact, let's share information, and let's grow together. Thank you so much for watching. Please go like, comment, share, subscribe. Do not forget to click on the notification bell to get posted whenever we are posting a new video. Bye. Adios.
Oh.